तू मेरा पिता, तू है मेरा माता, तू मेरा बंदप, तू मेरा भ्राता, तू मेरा राखा, सबनी थाई तापोके हा काड़ा जियो। तुमरी कृपा ते तुद पछाणा, तू मेरी ओट, तू है मेरा माणा, तुझ बिन दूजा अवर न कोई, सब तेरा खेल अखाड़ा जियो।
Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm so happy to be in your holy company again, and great Master's blessings to all. And I thank you, Master, for this seva, and I dedicate this to you, my dear Master Ishwarji. And I thank Sister Nay for continuing to offer these weekly meditations, because it's a beacon of light for us, and it's much needed. So this sweet community of dear souls that's been gathering and seeking the highest truth is really a gift. It's a gift to us all. So thank you all for being here. Let me get a drink real quick. Okay. So the topic for today is compassionate diet and a compassionate way of life. And I'm sure that there's many brothers and sisters here who are more qualified to speak on this subject than I, but I'm going to give it a whirl. So, and Ishwar, he always liked to incorporate the sense of humor into his talks. So I wanted to share a little poem that my dad wrote about being vegetarian. And it was a poem written for children called "How Would You Feel If a Cow Ate You?" And it was a collection of coloring posters and postcards that were sold through PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. And my dad was an artist, and he did have a strange sense of humor at times. So I hope will find this, the humor in it. So how would you feel if a cow ate you? Caught you and bopped you and chopped you in two, fried you or broiled you or put you in stew, with carrots, potatoes, and an onion or two. So sometimes at dinner, when you starting to chew, put down your steak and ponder this through. How would you feel if a cow ate you? So there you go. Wow. Well, that's for you, Pete. So we're learning what we do from moment to moment each day prepares us for meditation, and the ultimate goal, right, of merging as one in the totality of consciousness. And as preparation for this, we've been given some wonderful tools lately through these meditation, speakers, and we've learned the inner smile and chakra balancing and breath work, the SOS exercises, learning about sattvic foods and seva, and much more. So I feel like I just want to say thank you to everyone who has contributed so far, and to ISTA for this platform where we can learn and grow together in true spirituality. And, also we're aware too that our choices and decisions either move us closer or further away from the golden opportunity, right, to be ready and to be of service. And Ishwarji has often said that when making decisions, consider, does it take you closer to the master or further away? So a compassionate diet and a compassionate way of life, it's kind of a personal decision, right, that we have. And the perfect saints, they teach us to do no harm. And a vegan diet especially reflects love and compassion for all living things. It reduces our karmic burden and it aids our spiritual growth. Plus, it contributes to better lives for animals and this planet. So, we may choose not to eat meat or do no harm as direction from our dear loving masters, or the decision to be vegetarian or vegan could be made if you were born into a family that observes that way of life. Or it could also come intuitively as a child or even later in life for health and spiritual reasons. But it seems like there's some deep-seated traditions, even religious beliefs in many cultures that can somehow create the illusion that it's acceptable to harm animals or eat them. And then these illusions keep the traditions alive. And of course, karma plays a role in that too. We can't ignore that. But as we seek true liberation, there comes a point where the Master's grace and our soul turns us in the direction of moving closer and closer to God. And to do no harm and have deep love and compassion for all living things, it becomes a way of life. And little by little, the things that don't serve this, they fall away. And this is the grace of the perfect living Master. So some will choose to eat a vegetarian diet and some will choose to eat a vegan diet. And yet others might even choose to eat meat. And this is, but this is a compassionate way of life, right? To choose to do no harm. But like many movements or fads, the concept of veganism can also be a trap that we should be aware of. Falling into traps or titles is an ego game. And in true spirituality, being vegan should be a compassionate way of life that's free of judgment of others for their choices that they make around food and lifestyle. I like to think about veganism as choosing to live with love and compassion for all living things, as an offering of seva, for our Master. And all aspects of compassionate living, they grow our spiritual merit account. So that's a plus, right? And also it spreads love far and wide. So building a more compassionate lifestyle tends to be a gradual process for most people. It doesn't always happen all at once. Our masters are molding us like a clay pot, and they're arranging everything, perfectly with divine perfection and protection. So wherever we find ourselves in that process, or wherever we find our brothers and sisters in that process, may we have deep compassion, for ourselves and deep compassion for them. So let me just share a little bit about our personal experience. My husband, Mike, and I have been strict vegetarians since our late teens. Neither one of us wanted to eat meat as a child, but, we grew up in households where meat was, put on the dinner table. But through various ways, Ishwarji continues to guide us in the direction of doing no harm and responding with love in all actions. And it's like he's gradually nudging us in this direction. And when Mike and I were talking about this, he said it's like a flywheel on an engine. The big wheel turns and it nudges as it goes along. And little pushes create more momentum as it builds energy. And it's like what the Master's doing, creating the perfect situations and coincidences when we are ready. So for me, the urge to not eat meat is one, as I shared, as I've had since a child. And I didn't really like eating meat. And I tried many times to become vegetarian, but I wasn't successful till I was 19. And now I can see that the urge in me, right, to not eat meat, it was really the grace of the master, guiding my choices and decisions to help prepare me for what would lie ahead that I just didn't know yet. So in that way, I just also want to say that I think it's really important to honor the decisions in children, for nonviolence, or if they have vegetarian or vegan tendencies. I've heard that this may be a sign that they've been initiated in a former life, or will be, initiated in this life. So think that, if we have any children, or we know children, we have family members and there's children, like maybe, we could support them in that, or help support their parents. And so after becoming vegetarian over the years, I just wanted to be vegan. I had this thing, I want to do this. And I tried several times. But I just, would ask myself, how could I justify eating foods that supported such a nasty industry and that put animals in inhumane conditions? And somehow, even though this lifestyle of being vegan, it called to me, I couldn't make the leap. I felt like I could sacrifice, my love for cheese and yogurt and cream and, the things that I liked. But then my mind would question if dairy products provided nutrients that we actually need, to be healthy. And then there was this other piece, that the criticism of radical vegans, it didn't feel right either. You have to do this and you have to do it this way. And so that deterred me, as well. And although Ishwar has said that it's okay to eat dairy products, I still felt a calling to eliminate them from our diet and to, honor all life and contribute to this level of, not to contribute, to the level of harm to animals and the planet. So Ishwarji, he took care of that with his kind, compassionate ways. And about 6 months ago, Mike and I did a detox, and part of that was to eliminate dairy. And as a result, we haven't gone back to it. And I find that I am experiencing a deeper peace and a more compassionate lifestyle. Having a vegan diet, it's like a deeper peace, within myself, um, and with nature, with animals and humans. And also when I'm preparing and growing food, there's this sweeter soul connection that feels more harmonized than ever. So I'm really, really grateful for that. And also, with meditation, I feel like the meditation, the help that we're getting with Sister Nay and Brother James is been, really a godsend. But also, I feel like our diet's probably contributing, to this deeper meditation, this deeper peace. So, and our diet, we eat mostly nuts and seeds and vegetables and fruits, fresh juices, and then we have some legumes and beans and grains, occasionally. And there's so many easy substitutes for dairy products now. It's crazy. Like, you can make cheeses from milk, make cheeses, milk, and yogurt from nuts and seeds and coconut. And I bet you all of us have recipes for all these things, and you can easily just press a button and find great recipes that are easy, easy to use. And then there's many vegan alternatives also now available in stores. So if you don't have time or you're not inclined to make them, then they're more available than ever. So I guess in conclusion, I just want to say that, may we be compassionate and live in the will of the Master. And if you are yet to make the formal connection with a perfect living Master, keep seeking and prepare for that meeting one day, because it will happen very soon, sooner than you know. And so let us just remember the pillars of love shared with us by Sister Nay is, may we love ourselves, may we love our creation, and may we love our Creator. So thank you so much. And I'm going to hand it over to you, Sister Nay.
So welcome everybody to this meditation session. So thank you, Sister Heather, for talk on compassionate way of life and compassionate diet. Actually, I want to add up a little bit more from my own experience. Because recently our world have been in trouble with the deadly virus. Because I have to travel a lot, and there will time that I'm a little bit hesitate to go forward to have vaccine. But when I did, because I meditate so much, so I can see foreign substance that enter my body that night after I received the vaccine. So because the way they do it is actually a technology where they still have a living mechanism in that. So I kind of talk to them, and then I ask them nicely, why you have so much anger and upsetting energy? Why there's a fear, anger, hatred, and violence in you, so much so that you want to just wipe out the population in this planet? They said to me, we here to seek balance of love and compassion. They said for a few decades, the way that humans treat our friends, such as animals on this planet, this is not right. We have been doing heavily animal farming, and they live in such a very bad condition. They show me a vision where animal has been pushed into a dark pit and waiting to die there, because when they're born in a farm, and if there's something wrong with them, or they're not complete and they're not good for selling, those farm will just finish them off in very inhumane way. And it caused a lot of fear, it caused a lot of anger, it caused a lot of upsetting in them. And that energy also mixed with the animal that been tortured in the farm and slaughtered in very bad way, because nobody want to give up their life to be our food. Because this industry has been hiding away from the main media, so we don't know what actually happened behind the scene. But in the exchange of energy of love and hatred, this energy cannot be hidden from the universe forever. So for example, the fear, the anger and hatred create like a dark cloud, and it project out in the universe, and they can actually come together and create a form, a dense form, and eventually become the deadly virus right now. So we should always choose compassionate way of life. We should not be the cause of suffering upon anyone. For myself, I has been vegan for over 19 years. Since I was 18 years old, I have been introduced right away into veganism. And I understand compassionate way of life because it changed my perspective completely after I switched to be vegan. Yet I become more sensitive, but I'm also become more loving toward the whole creation. And I always want to find out why there is suffering in the world, why there's not enough love in the world. Within my power, if I can change this world, I would like to live in this world with peace and love. And that should be our main goal of compassionate way of life. Okay? So therefore today we will meditate on compassion, because long time ago I have been taught about the concept of Guanyin Bodhisattva, the goddess of compassion. She have a lot of compassion. So in the Buddhism story, especially this month is the month of Hungry Ghost Festival. So within this month, they believe that the lower portal of spirit world open, where all the ghosts or the unfortunate beings that stay in very dark place can come up in the world and to connect and receive blessing for whoever they karmically connect with, being their relative, their friends, their family. This is the only chance, and they can receive this comfort only once a year within this time of this month. So in the beginning of the festival, people will pray to Guanyin Bodhisattva. She's gonna be the one who go down to hell region or the lower worlds to open the portal and stay there in that darkness, being the light. And within that light, all the beings can be shined with blessing, can connect and see this human world, can have a moment of relief from their suffering. So I really like this concept. And also with this sun mat, they talk about compassion, loving, and kindness. So therefore, we should be kind to all beings. Whether they have no form, they are subtle beings. Sometimes they also can feel and be in a lot of suffering. If within our power we can share moment of happiness, moment of relief for them, then it shall be done with our good heart. Okay, so everybody please close your eyes and be ready in the meditation position. We take a deep breath in and out to prepare ourselves. Observe all the sensation within your physical body and your energetic body. Continue to breathe in and out to observe the peacefulness in your environment, in the room you sit in right now. Imagine masters, God, Bodhisattvas start to show up in your room to be present in your meditation session today. Feel their love and their divine presence all around. Offer this meditation session today in service to divine power, to Master. When you start to feel that Master is there with you, God is with you, Buddha and Buddhist Sattva is with you there. You start to raise your attention up to the wisdom eye center. Do it slowly, gradually. If you still feel struggle, try to breathe in and out to prepare yourself. Remember, it's very important to bring peace to your physical body, to your energetic body, into the room that you sit in right now, in order for you to be able to withdraw your attention at the wisdom eye center. I will leave all of you here for 2 minutes to go up to the wisdom eye center. Remember, preparation is the key of success. Okay? When you reach the wisdom eye center, which locate slightly above your eyebrow, inside your head, in the middle of your head. When your attention raise above physical eye level, try to imagine the wisdom eye center in the middle of your brain, in the middle of your head. And when you reach that point, you can start to recite the holy mantra given by your spiritual teacher, by your master. And for those who don't have any mantra, you can use the word Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam means true name or true identity. So from whichever background you are from, you can use the word Sat Nam. Because the word Sat Nam has been recognized throughout the universe, all the beings recognize this word. All the masters or the teacher recognize this word inside. You can use this word Sat Nam and recite it repeatedly with love, with good intention. And for initiate or perfect living master, you can use 5 holy names. Remember, whatever you do it with love and compassion. Don't be too hard on yourself. You also have to learn to be compassionate to yourself as well. If between this process you start to see shadows, you start to see people faces, okay? Ask them to recite the word Satnam or holy mantra with you, with love and compassion. Show them love and compassion from you. We're not here to only save ourselves. We're here in service for the divine power, for our Master, to give out love and compassion to all beings. This is not a selfish part. This is a selfless part. You will find that the longer time you recite this holy mantra with love and compassion, all the shadow and people faces, or the thought that disturb you will slowly fade away, because they're satisfied with your love. They're satisfied with the love that you give out from Master, from God, from all divine power. Because remember, this is such a rare opportunity that they can come up, receive this kind of love in 1,000 years, in 1,000,000 years of their existence. They can only come up in allotted time. But we, as human, we have access to this love and compassion and blessing all the time. By giving out love, you shall receive love too from your Master, from God, from Buddha and Bodhisattva that all around you right now. Express love and appreciation to all divine beings. Recognize their help. Without them, you are nothing. When all the beings, all the shadows, all the faces disappear, you will start to see light. some dim light, some bright light inside, or you will experience some uplifting feeling inside. I will leave all of you to enter this state. You will find that you cannot remember the names or the mantra or Satnam anymore when the light comes. Let it happen naturally. You cannot force it. And if it's not happen, it's okay as well. The main thing is to have compassion to yourself and to others. Okay? When the mantra fade away, some will experience light, some will experience sound, some will experience love. Love is the experience that you seek for because it's the ultimate experience of all. When you experience love at the core of your being, meaning this love, you will start to feel around your wisdom eye center first. And then after that, this feeling will spread throughout your body. Because love has no bound. When you connect with this love, you will start to connect with path masters, holy visitors that came to grace the earth in the past. You will experience the present masters, whoever they are in this planet right now, or even on another planet, that currently working as representative of God. And you also will connect with the holy visitors in the future that mark to come. Because in love, there's no time or space. Love will reunite you with all masters. Now is the time that you give out compassion to master, because we not normally give compassion to our master, to our spiritual teacher. A lot of us go to master like beggars. We ask for wealth, we ask for fortune, we ask to get rid of suffering or sickness. And little that we know that master take it on themselves. So please ask for forgiveness and share compassion to your master. And from now on, we shall not be beggars. We shall always be givers and lovers. Express love and gratitude to all masters. Whoever you know or might not know, whoever work in the background or work in the media, all of them deserve love, respect, and compassion, because they are selfless beings, come to take on suffering to help humanity. Ask them for forgiveness. And please love them more. Treasure them more. Give them a warm smile with your love, a warm hug inside to your master, to the holy visitor, to your spiritual teacher. Imagine them in front of you right now and give them a hug, a long hug. Give them your support. If you have many masters, let them come one by one. Or you can do a group hug. Why not? Give them a long hug with your love. if everybody in this planet appreciate holy visitors, there would not be any slander, any suffering upon them. Always support them with love and appreciation. Tell your master that you love him or her very much. Tell your masters that you love them very much. And thank you for opportunity to come into connection with truth and love. Because without them, there's no chance in this creation. And we always ungrateful. And we have to share more gratitude toward them. Okay? This is the session that I show you how you can put your meditation in seva for your master, in service of God, in service for your spiritual teacher. Okay? So when you're ready, you can prepare to come back to your physical body. Take a deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, you can rub your hands together. Put it on your face, your arms, your legs to wake yourself up. And welcome back. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the session today, including you, Kate. Mm-hmm. So now it's your turn. Please come up.
Hello, my name is Kate Carter, and I'm here visiting with Nay. And she asked me to share a little something from my life coaching experience today. So I'm just going to offer this with love and compassion for all of you, and in gratitude for everything that Ishwarji has given me. So this tool comes from a woman named Rhonda Britton. I was trained in a program called Fearless Living. And it's a tool to help us with our mind. Just ask yourself, have you ever felt disappointed at the end of a meditation? Maybe you're feeling a little disappointed right now. Maybe you wanted more to happen today. When we feel this, we can realize that we were holding an expectation. So a lot of times, a lot of us, myself, maybe more than anybody, sits down and says, oh, I really want something to happen today. Something has to happen. It has to happen. Something has to happen. Or we might say to ourselves, I really should be a better meditator. I should do more meditation. I'm not doing enough. All of this is coming from the mind in the form of expectation. And with that, the underbelly of expectation is judgment that something is wrong. And so when we are letting those expectations take shape in us, it's almost as if we're asking our mind to meditate for us, which we know won't work. And we're almost also buying into the judgment, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I should be doing more. And so this is a tool you can use in everyday life to help you go with the flow. But I thought we could also use it with meditation. And maybe before we meditate, check in with ourselves and just say, oh, do I have any attachments to the outcome in this meditation? Do I have any shoulds in my head that are telling me something should happen? Because when we do that, we're only focused on the result, not the process of the meditation, which means we can miss out on all the enjoyment of just being present with our beloved and with ourselves. And so
one little tool to do that, to catch expectations, first is notice if you feel disappointment. You know, at the end of a meditation, if you are, that's probably because we had an expectation. And doesn't make us bad people, it just means we're human and our mind is taking over. But it's a good sign. It's helpful because it helps us see, oh, my mind's acting. Okay, let me see if I can let this go. So before we meditate, we can check in and say, do I have any meditations? Do I have any expectations or anything I'm really pushing to happen here? Is my mind trying to tell me how this should go? And we can recognize those and let them go. And then in order to help us not have meditations, it's sort of the antidote to meditations, we can set an intention for our practice. So we want to shift expectations to intentions. And intentions are about being in the process of what is, because we don't have control over a result, but we do have a lot of power to be with the process, present in the process. And so an intention sounds like, I am willing to practice. So the first part, I am willing, that means I am using whatever spiritual and mental will I have. I'm choosing it. And then to practice is really important because that means I'm not expecting perfection. I'm not saying something has to happen. I'm willing to be very present in the process. And then whatever it is after it is something as a quality that you feel would be helpful to embody during meditation. So for example, today before I meditated, I just said, and actually I've never done this before meditation before, but when they asked me to speak, I thought of this and I said, okay, now every time I meditate, I'm going to offer an intention to help me let go of my expectations. But today I said to myself, I am willing to practice being present and enjoying this meditation. And I kept saying that to myself over and over again. And it helps us be in the present, be with what is happening, which is where our beloved is in the present, and not letting our mind tell us to focus on the future or the result. So that's a simple coaching tool, and it's called shifting expectations to intention, to see if we can release mental agendas that are keeping us stuck and be more in the moment, in the flow with our beloved, so we can experience his or her love and just enjoy that part of it, regardless of what experiences we have in meditation. Thank you for listening.
Okay. So now I welcome questions. If anybody have questions on today's session or any question on your practice.
Hello. Hi, this is Lucia Weeks from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay,
I was wondering if it would be... Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please speak louder. Yes, please.
Okay, I was wondering if it is okay to have a comment instead of a question.
Oh yes, of course. Hopefully good comment.
Well, I want to thank, first of all, for these beautiful sessions. I find them very inspiring. Also, what the speaker just said about the intention setting, to be compassionate or to view it as a process, and to be accepting of where we are. We set an intention, but it's a learning process. I really like that idea. But what I wanted to share, last week, we heard this talk about James talking about food and talking about what Great Master ate. And so I wanted to get more information on that. And so I texted Bibi Raj, whom I have met a few times at Bandara and other Ishva events. And I just asked her, if she knew what Great Master ate. And so she got back to me with lots of beautiful little emojis and hearts and flowers and namaste. She's very sweet. She said, according to Bibi Laju, who used to cook food for Hazur, he was eating very light food. Breakfast was full glass of cow milk. Lunch was simple dal, 2 chapatis, 1 vegetable, then wheat pudding or rice pudding in milk. Dinner was also very simple, and it was taken mostly late evening, then 1 glass of milk at least 2 hours before going to bed. He liked to eat seasonal fruit. His favorite fruit was mangoes. Yeah, and then she said, thanks, this is what I know from Bibi Laju. She wrote in her book, Memories of Savan, and so maybe some of you have read this already, but I was very curious to get a little bit more information, and was very happy. And I also eat a fairly light diet. I mean, I eat probably much more food because I'm very active, but I have food sensitivity, so I'm forced to eat pretty light, but I thought I wanted to share that because it was so beautiful. And then about the meditations here with you, dear Nay, it oftentimes makes me cry, and I don't usually cry in meditation, but it is very touching. So thank you.
Don't worry, I cry too. If you notice, I have to wipe my tears after that. Yeah, I'm very touching with this today too, because Master would like me to share about compassion. Yes, we have compassion toward ourselves. We understand. We have compassion toward Master. But I found a lot of time we forget to give compassion to Master. And a lot of us attend the event just to okay, I'm going to request this for Master. I'm going to request that for Master. Nobody there actually go and give to Master, because they have not so strong faith yet that, Master gonna take care of everything actually. But if you physically go and ask the physical Master to take care of your problem, it means the physical Master will have to help as well. So they will try to share that kind of karma, So sometimes they not well, they have fever, they have diarrhea, they have a lot of things behind the scene, and we didn't know, right? So please be gentle to Master. We not go there to spiritual event to be beggars. We have to go there as a giver. Okay, what I can do for Master. I go there, I see garbage on the floor, I pick it up, right? When I go there, the toilet is not clean, I try to clean a little bit. We not go there to take, right? We have to go there to give. We serve everybody just like they are Master too, because the inner Master sit inside every one of us, including the physical Master, yes. But everybody is the image of God, and we should consider it and actually know it in our heart. Another thing about the diet that you share is beautiful. I love mango too. Because from Thailand, we have the most delicious mango there. So I'm glad to know that Great Master love mango too. And if you notice, right, Great Master drink cow milk and have a lot of cow milk in the diet. I tell you why. From my direct experience, I used to have milk in my childhood before I become vegan. Milk and me not get along well. I always have indigestion, diarrhea, upset stomach after I eat. So growing up, my mother always give me soy milk. and nobody know why I can't take it. And in our culture, that's not so much cheese, not so much milk in daily diet. So that's not much contact with me and milk. But at school, they still force us to drink milk because the milk company make contact with the school for children to have at least one box of milk. Oh my God, I have terrible time. I've always escaped. Sometimes successful, sometimes not. And when they realize that, oh, children cannot take the plain milk, then they try to bring chocolate milk or strawberry flavored milk, to tempt us. But for me, it never worked out. So I realized later that the milk production out there is very cruel, and they put a lot of chemicals, hormones in the cow, and raise the cow in very disrespectful way, right? So they're in a lot of suffering. So maybe my soul or something deeper part in me picked that up, and it's not go well with me. But that's one time I went to India to visit Dera, of course. And one night I cannot find accommodation. So one lovely farmer offered me accommodation.
Aww.
And he said, "Sister, you look like very advanced soul. So please come to stay with us. We will treat you like God," is what he said.
Ooh.
And in the morning, so he had like a cow nearby the house.
Mm-hmm.
So they go out there at 4 a.m. in the morning to milk the cow.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, they doing yogurt, they doing butter. And I'm actually take chance to taste it. And it tastes lovely and wonderful. And I don't have upset stomach.
Wow.
For some reason, with that yogurt and butter and milk. And I wonder why. And now I understand, because in India, they treat the cow very well. They treat the cow like a family member.
Mm-hmm.
They actually feel upset and cry when the cow die. And cow there live in such a nice, loving condition. So that's the difference. So therefore, if I live outside India, and with this whole milk industry going on, I prefer to be vegan. But if I live in, like a farmer part of India,
Mm-hmm.
then I can be vegetarian. Why not? So thank you very much, sister, to share Great Master Diet. I appreciate it. So anybody have questions?
Yeah, can I share?
Yes, please, Kasim.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Kasim from Nigeria. I'm so happy sharing my heart with you. And I really thank you for this wonderful section I keep having with you every week. It's edifying my spirit and it's really helping me to grow spiritually. And one question I want to do is this. What is a clear difference between a vegan and a vegetarian? And a vegan and a vegetarian, yeah.
Because vegan, it's actually non-cruelty diet. So being vegan is not about only diet. Also what we use, we try to avoid all the animal product as much as possible. Sometimes in shampoo, they put some animal.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, some lotion, some shampoo.
Really?
You have to actually study and read. But it's always safe to look for a vegan brand.
Yeah.
It will written on the product that vegan, because we try to promote like minimal cruelty. But you should not take this too far that you condemn everyone because you are vegan. because I heard a funny story recently in Singapore. There's some vegan people went into the mall, open the box of milk and pour on the floor in the mall, just to show that, this is cruel. Nobody should drink this milk. No, we should not do that. Because remember, this is the concept of compassion, not hatred, not that I'm better than you. A lot of people that go vegan for wrong reason, I always see that they feel that, I'm vegan, therefore I'm better human being than you. We should not play this game, right? The only difference between vegetarian and vegan is vegetarian, they still have milk. Some vegetarian even have eggs. So it's safer to be vegan, and you will see in the future we will have more products, more restaurants that support vegan menu. It's already happening here in the UK a lot. Because Kate is here, she can tell you it's very easy to find nice chocolate here. Vegan chocolate.
And good takeout.
Yeah, and good takeout. Vegan
My version
food.
of cooking.
Yes. So, any more questions?
Hello, Sister Nay.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
I want to ask you about that. How can one control his senses being on the path of Santmat so that he cannot do anything wrong? Because it is often the senses which make us do wrong things, which take us away or stray us away from the path. And also I want to know some of your experiences with Babaji of Beas, because I belong from Punjab.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. To control senses, right? I have two suggestions. The first one is easy one, and the second one is the hard one, right? The easy one is that you imagine Master. It's with you all the time. And whatever your mind gonna do and go, try to think for 1 minute. If it's Master, what he or she gonna do, right? Then after that, the mind will go back to the loving mode, right? To compassionate mode. You cannot actually win this battle by yourself. It's grace and grace alone that can win this. But if you want to do it hard way, yes, you can practice mindfulness for 20 years, for 10 lifetimes, but you not even be able to overcome that at the final state. So grace has to be there. Pray a lot to your Master to guide you to go through your dark time, to overcome your own devil, your own weakness inside. So my suggestion is that go the easy way, because we're so lucky, right? You don't realize how lucky you are to have Master in this era of suffering. Imagine your life is still the same, but take Master out of it. Where are you gonna end up right now? You would not be sane. You would not be the way you are right now. You will go crazy already. Yeah, with the amount of suffering, pressure, and expectation going on in this society. And my own experience with Babaji from Bias, wow. Okay, I will ask permission if I can tell you a little bit. So my last meeting with Babaji was several weeks ago. Babaji always have this with him. I don't know why, yeah? He have ability to drown the crowd, meaning when you with him, sincerely with your heart, you will only see him. Even in that room, there are thousands of people all around. You will only see him and you. And that's happened every time when my eye and Babaji eye meet. He have that ability to pull right away. And there's no time and space at that time. And it's even happened in the physical. And I test it out, you know. I test it out because I'm a true seeker, right? I told one story. I was in Bali at that time, and Babaji came to give 2-day satsang in Bali because it's such a small community. So Babaji doing a darshan, he walked like 2 rounds in the Sangat. So the first round he walked past, I face him, right? I'm stand there behind all the Indian lady because I cannot pierce through, right? They're so strong. So I stand behind. So when he walked past, when our eye meet, then I feel stunned, you know, for a while. And I feel, oh, is that because he looked at me or I look at him, right? Maybe because I look at him with my intention, that's why this feeling of stunned by his grace happening to me. The second time that he come around, I turn my back and I face the wall and taste out, right? It's happened the same. I feel stunned. I feel like shook up when he walked past me. So now I know this is from one soul to the other soul. It's not to do with your mind at all. So when Master Soul is there, you know, the Super Soul is there, and the soul, the disciple soul is here, they make connection, beautiful connection. Because at that time, the Super Soul, the Master Soul, pull the disciple soul back home. At that moment, in the presence of Master, we can have glimpse of Sachkhand, our true home. That's happened to me. So hopefully next time you go to see your Master, test out if what Sister Nay said is true or not.
Thank you, Sister May, so much for this answer.
You're welcome. So next one, please.
Hello.
Hello, Tan.
Hello, Sister Nay. Hello, Kate. Nice to see you. I'm so grateful for this whole meditation session, and also for this that we can show compassion to our masters, because I had always this feeling, but then I thought, oh, maybe this is not accurate, or I should not do that. I don't know where that thoughts are coming from. And now with this meditation, I'm so released that I can do that. And yes, and I immediately felt that something was flowing just. So thank you very much for that. And yeah.
Yes, the reason why I say that we should show compassion to Master, I mean compassion to the physical Master, because actually Master as the soul, they don't need any blessing or any grace from us. But as they take a form to be in limitation, just like us, we have to be gentle with them. Because in some gathering in the past, with Supreme Master, when she tried to walk around the aisle, people actually try to pull her clothes, you know, try to grab her. So she almost tripped and injured herself. So I feel why people are being this way toward Master. This is not real love. Because if it's real love, you want to protect him or her. You don't want to take They have so much emotional love that they can't see, that they actually, acting like beggars. And a lot of time, when I went to see Babaji or Ishwarji, some people doing like that also toward the physical master. So I feel that, we should love our beloved more in that way. Yeah.
And I have a question, because it now happened again that Babaji appeared, and I have till now I don't know him. I never saw him. I had never some feeling for like a pulling or so to him. And now again it happened in this meditation that he appeared. So I wonder really what's behind that, and I don't know if it's the right area to spread this question, but it's like yeah.
So when it happened, did you tell him to go away?
No. I enjoyed it very much.
Yes, that's the right mentality, because when you connect with love, right? When you connect and be in love, then different master come and give you blessing, because you open the connection, to all the holy beings to come. And it doesn't mean that this you can control. Like, okay, right? Today I'm gonna see Ishwarji only. So please, Ishwarji, come and not others. And when others come, you say, no, go away. I want to see Ishwarji only. This is also happened in Thailand, very funny. But maybe it's not funny. Okay, I try to tell you. So there's a brother. So he's a very long time initiate from Supreme Master. And he shared Supreme Master teaching with his mother a little bit. And his mother, toward the end of her life, she get convert into Catholic. Yeah, because there's a church open near the house and she have nothing to do. So she go to the church every day, sing with them, be very happy. So at the time of her passing, she's at her old age and she's slowly passing. So she start to have vision that Supreme Master show up and come to pick her up.
Wow.
And she said, no, I don't want to see Supreme Master. I want to see Jesus Christ come to pick me up. And Supreme Master said, okay, Jesus Christ then. Then she turned to be Jesus Christ to come and take her hand. This is very funny. Yes. But this is for the mind. The projection of Master is for the mind, because God is the only one and he's a one being. Okay, he can manifest to different form. Sometimes it's not much our expectation, but we have to enjoy and appreciate the same. So yes, hopefully you like my story.
Yes, I mean it's not. I appreciate it very much, and I'm so happy and grateful that he's coming. But and it's not that I don't want that. It's like, but it's the question came up. Why? Is there a reason behind it? Like, does he want me something to do or so? But like you said, enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Okay, I will do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Love you, Tanja. You're a good soul.
Love you too so much.
Okay, so any last question?
Yeah, Sister Nay, one question.
Okay, yes, please. Oh, I can take two more. Okay, please.
Okay. Why does it happen like this? Whenever there's a meditation session coming up or I'm sitting in meditation, everything starts towards disturbing. It is something like something will pop up, somebody will have urgency to knock the door, somebody will have something, just not able to sit. The word is just sitting becomes so difficult. Most of the time I just get up out of frustration. And this has happened number of times now. What is the solution?
Okay. The
I think
solution.
everything starts working against it. It's really
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes. So yeah, a lot of spiritual practitioner in the beginning they complain just like you. A lot of time because the meditation that we are doing cannot bring down the divine power to the place that much. Sometimes in the area you live, there's no saints at all for many hundred years, okay? And all the beings, all the people don't have direct connection with God for a very long time. So especially subtle beings, they can smell, the blessing. And when they notice, oh God, there's so much light in that place. Oh, there's so much love. There's so much blessing. Pour down in that room, in that house. Let's go and grab some. Yeah. So they will try to come. They will flood in. You will hear the knock everywhere. Something will knock something off. The phone suddenly rang. Somebody suddenly need your attention or help. This is part of it. So that's to say that the meditation, the group meditation that we are doing is very powerful. Continue to connect, continue to do this, or continue to replay this video and sit and meditate to bring down the blessing into the area that you live as much as possible. Because there's a lacking of blessing for a very long time. You have to understand. This is not your fault, okay? This is about we have to share, we have to be compassionate more and more because this world is full of suffering. And and when we come into the meditation session like this, we feel happy, we feel relief from our own burden. So this we should share. And also please continue in your daily life, prepare for meditation. Just like you can recite the mantra, recite the holy names to uplift the place. Because if you done your homework well, to uplift the place before show up in the meditation class, you will have the most peaceful meditation on that day. Okay?
Yes, but the feeling is like everyone is so activated that, especially when we have this session, this is the third session which I'm attending, and everyone needs me at that particular time.
Your karma is bad.
So surprising,
Your karma is bad, but your heart is good. That's why.
Okay. How do I handle this?
It will undo gradually. Don't worry. Master take care of you from now on.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, last question, please.
Hi, how are you guys? Thank you so much
Hi.
for the beautiful satsang. And my question is about attachment. I feel like I get attached so quick, like talking to people. Like if I meet somebody, and then over the next week, I feel like so attached to them. Like I can't let go, and especially to girls. I don't know. is it the power they hold upon us, or like what is it that attracts us, you know?
Mm.
And I was thinking on my mind, you know, like even today, like I was thinking about her rather than my meditation, because before that, like before I had met her, before that I wouldn't think about that, you know, but now I'm like constantly thinking about that. I don't know why. Like
Yes.
it will fade away, I know that it will fade away, but like it's the time that is consuming, you know. I feel like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Firstly, it means that you have unfulfilled love within yourself, that you need love. It means that you're also lacking of self-love and appreciation. Because if you do, you won't give away your love to anyone but master inside. Okay? The fact that you still emotionally want to invest your emotion into others, it means you're lacking of that love inside yourself. So my suggestion is that try to love yourself more, try to appreciate yourself more, because if you invest yourself emotionally into other too much, you will get hurt someday. Because people come and go in this life, nobody stay forever. But relationship between us, between you and master, stay forever. That's the guarantee. But other kind of relationship come and go. Okay? So
Okay.
on this, Kate can tell you a little bit. Yes.
I can?
Yes,
About
because you do like coaching.
Self-love and
Yes,
appreciation?
yes.
Okay. Oh my goodness. On the spot.
Yeah, I
So,
would love to hear it. Yeah.
hello. Well,
Hi.
I've had a long journey myself with learning to love myself. I'm still on that journey. So this is a humble share. I think the first step for me was really treating myself with compassion. So even the feelings you're having now, treat them gently and with compassion. Try not to judge them. Maybe be aware of them and see if you can become more aware of them. But also spend time with yourself and get to like your own company a little bit and have some solitude every day where it's just you and you like being with you or you and master. So in the life coaching thing I was trained in by Rhonda Britton, she has 3 daily practices. And so whatever we're trying to work on in ourselves, whether it's being with ourselves and really liking our own company or trying to reduce something, she would say, first, compassion. Step 1, be compassionate. Step 2 is honesty, because step 2, honesty without compassion can be very mean to ourselves. And step 3 is personal responsibility. Then we take responsibility and say, okay, I'm gonna try this, or I'm gonna practice this. And remember, everything, I am willing to practice. I am willing to practice, because it gives kindness and gentleness to ourselves as we're growing. You know, the mind is very strong. Attachments are very strong. Mine were very strong from childhood on, and it takes time. And for me, my experience is the biggest thing that heals is compassion for oneself. And I haven't used the word appreciation, but I really like that.
So you said compassion and
compassion. So when you're doing your day or you're trying something new and you're like, okay, how am I doing? First, you're compassionate with yourself. You look at yourself as you would a small child, you know, and say, okay, what did you try today? Or how are you feeling right now? And you go through all of that. The second is then you're honest. Okay, well, I didn't really get as far as I was hoping, or I didn't, you know, you look at it, but not with harshness, just with awareness, because with awareness comes change.
Okay.
And sometimes we think we have to fight for change, but really awareness, once we have it, things start to shift. And then the last thing is personal responsibility. Then you say, okay, I'm going to choose to try to practice this. I'm willing to practice this. And that's just so we take, you know, we don't give away our power. We have all this power, you know, mental will and spiritual will to serve our lives. And so when we say
I am willing.
I feel like like I don't love enough myself, like going. I mean,
Yeah.
talking to other people, like I give them more priority than me. I mean, it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but
Well, it might be
yeah.
neither. But would you like to learn to love yourself more?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. And so
Hopefully soon.
maybe a question for you right now is, what is that like? What does that even look like? Just the beginnings of it.
Yeah, I
You don't
haven't
answer
been
that.
aware of it. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
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 Do you have a book regarding the you said right now?
No,
right?
I don't have anything, but I am a coach.
Okay.
And if you email Takin, he can give you my number and we can talk.
Okay. Good to know it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so I would like to conclude this session. So thank you very much, all the brother and sister that attend today. I'm very appreciate that you make time. So have a very good week ahead of you, and looking forward to the next session. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Nay. Thank you, everyone, for your seva.